I went on a vegan food walk with a bunch of my friends last month. So the way we do this is go from one place to another. So first go to one place, eat some food there, then walk, then go to another place. So we kind of explore within one specific area of the city. We walk around and we spend all day eating, chatting, then walking. It's a fun thing that we do once in a while, once every few months in our group, and we love it. There aren't enough completely vegan places in the city for us to only visit vegan places, especially not concentrated in specific areas. But what we do is we go to a mix. We go to vegan places where, we don't have to ask any questions. We can just order off the menu and just eat food. And then we go to other places which are not vegan completely, but which have vegan options, or even places which may not have marked vegan options, but where we can ask them questions about the food and then discover the ones which are vegan, unintentionally vegan rather, or where they will customize. So this way, when we do this as a group, we get to taste a little bit everywhere, and then we get to share the food and stuff like that. Anyway, so we went to this one place which I used to visit many, many years ago. I used to love this one specific dish, and I'd order it and have it, but I haven't had that in several years. So it just so happened that this dish was available on the menu, still there on the menu, and they said they can switch out one. All they had to do was switch out one ingredient. They had to take out the paneer and put tofu instead, and that's it. That the dish would be vegan. So I was very happy. I was like, yes, then give me the vegan version of this dish. So I ordered it, got it with so much joy. I took my first bite. I'm like, what is this? It was tasting completely different from what I remember. And obviously, it wasn't just because of the switch out from paneer to tofu. In fact, tofu, in my opinion, makes everything taste even better. It's a great canvas, right? It's the flavors of the kind of spices, the combination that they use, and it was the sauce itself, which was so much drier than what I remember. And overall, my experience of it was kind of disappointing. Hi, I'm Susmita Veganosaurus. This is a Feel Good Factor. Thank you for listening. I'm here every week with an episode about fulfillment and well being and joy, mindfulness, all for small business owners who run conscious businesses, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and creative, multi passionate people. If you enjoy this episode, sign up for my free newsletter, The Feel Good Tribe. Go to veganosaurus.com/newsletter to sign up. The link is in the show notes. So, as I was saying, that dish disappointed me a lot. And I thought about it. If I had tasted it for the first time, mm, I might have found it okay, not been overly impressed. I might have found it okay. But the fact that I had already expected it to be like what I remember it to be, um, and it was so different, I think that kind of compounded the disappointment a lot more. Consistency is such an important thing for a business. Um, whether it's food or whether it's some other product or service that you provide, but especially with food, this matters. You make a dish a certain way. Of course, in the beginning stages, you have to experiment and you have to adapt. People are going to give you feedback, you listen to the feedback and you change things, based on what people are liking, by observing the requests and the demands, you switch things and you tweak things and stuff like that. And it's important to do that. Yes, of course, in the beginning you need to do that. It's kind of stupid to make one dish and or make a particular product a certain way, and then if people, repeatedly, if you hear people say that, oh, it would be better if you do it this way, or add a little more spice or whatever, right? Add pockets to this if you keep hearing that, even from two three people, and then you completely ignore it, that would be a stupid thing to do, right? Because you're literally getting, yeah, you're hearing what people want in terms of not a major change, but in terms of tweaking and, to suit people's general tastes, as well as their literally their palate, like their tongue. So yes, we do need to tweak and change and all that, accommodate in the beginning, yes. But once you have this successful dish, successful as in people are repeatedly ordering it and tasting it and eating it, and they're coming back for it again and again. Or if you have a particular kind of service or a product which has been a hit, that people like it, people enjoy it, people tell others about it and refer you to, your business to others, then you know that this thing is a hit, this thing is popular. Once you've got that right formula, then it's so important to be consistent, to ensure that you make it repeatable, and every single time it comes out the same. And if ever you think, okay, after several months or a couple of years, if you feel like, okay, this could do with a little bit more experimentation and improvement, you should try it and see what people who already like it say, and then decide if you're going to change or not. So that is so important. Consistency is comfort. As creative entrepreneurs and chefs and artists and business owners, brand builders, we like to experiment and create and innovate. Yes, absolutely. And that's what feeds our soul, and we should do that. But we need to learn the balance between innovation and repetition. If something is a hit, you focus on keeping it that way, because when someone comes back for it again and again, what they're looking for is not just the feel of it, the taste of it, or it's not just that. It's not just the material part of the thing that you're serving, that you're giving them. It's also the comfort that they associate with that thing, because they have repeatedly ordered or bought or tasted that particular thing. When you eat food in particular, you have memories associated with it. It gets imprinted, which is why I talk so much about how to create good experiences. And it's not just about the food if you're running a restaurant, but how to create good experiences and memories for people as you run your business, how important that is, because it's an association. So then, if somebody is associating comfort, joy to a specific thing, and if it goes and changes, they're not going to be happy about it. They are going to be disappointed about it. So this is the important thing. Be in the, yes, in the beginning, in the starting stages. Um, you be flexible, change things, improve things, tweak things, all that you do, yes, based on what people are saying. It's, I mean, it becomes pretty, if you run a business for a while, it becomes pretty apparent, what people are liking, what people aren't liking. And it may be your favorite product or dish. You may be very proud of it. But if people are not actually responding to it the way you want to, not saying, oh, it's nice to be polite, that doesn't always count. You have to see what people are people getting it again? Are people ordering it again? Are people telling others about it? You need to track the demand, and then realize that, okay, now I've hit the right consistency, the right taste, or whatever, right? I've hit the right thing, formula for this particular product or service or dish or whatever. And then once you hit that formula, the balance is, then you stop with the tweaking and the changing and the messing around with it. You then stick to your guns and make sure it's consistent every day, single time, every single time. So that is all. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the importance of consistency and how that creates joy in your regulars, in your customers and your clients, and how it brings them back again and again, not just for the thing itself, but also the feelings they associate with that particular thing. All right, thank you so much for listening to the Feel Good Factor. I'm Susmita Veganosaurus. Get onto my free newsletter, The Feel Good Tribe. Go to veganosaurus.com/newsletter to sign up. Talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye.